special about this year, 2024? Well, I'll tell you, it's a leap year. In my life, every single leap year, I've experienced something exceptional. Either it's exponential growth in my career, a profound relationship, something meaningful that will impact me for decades to come. And this year is no different. It's a leap year, and it's also the year the Toastmasters East Africa Conference is hosted in Mombasa in the month of May. My name is Beverly Nambozen Sengyumva, and I'm a distinguished Toastmaster from Uganda. With me are two incredibly powerful, terrific Ugandans, members of Toastmasters. This is a membership organization that was established 100 years ago, and with thousands of clubs around the world, we are blessed to be part of a district in East Africa. Being a distinguished Toastmaster, in my journey, I've been able to accomplish so much as a leader and a speaker, and I've done this with a powerful team. Because in Toastmasters, we learn more about ourselves every day as speakers, as communicators, as listeners, as coaches, as friends. I'm going to introduce one of my friends, Sharon Zawede. Sharon comes from a corporate club in Uganda, the Uganda National Oil Company. And I'd like to share with us what she has been doing this year as a member of that club. Sharon, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Beverly. I'm very happy and excited to be here. Just like Beverly said, I'm Sharon from the corporate club of UNOC, that is Uganda National Oil Company. So this year, I took over the leadership for Toastmasters in my club. And we have been trying to drive it to a higher dream that is beyond what Toastmasters is all about. Like, we want to go beyond the communication, the leadership skills, and name it. But thanks to Toastmasters that we were able to come up with a group, and we are doing so well. People have improved at UNOC. They are very proud of their communication skills, their leadership skills. And personally, it has helped me so much, not only at work, but in different areas of my life. Call it home, call it work, call it beyond work and my personal life. And I'm very happy to be a Toast member. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Representing Uganda, I did request that you adorn yourselves in the Uganda colors or carry something significantly Ugandan. What Ugandan colors are you wearing? What is the fabric? Explain that to us.
Yes, today I decided to wear what we call a chikoi. That is the name. I don't know if it has an English name, but it's called chikoi. It has all the Ugandan colors. I don't know if you can see it well.
We see you well.
We have the red, we have the yellow, and the black. And that really represents our national flag. As Ugandans, it shows who we are, and it shows the brightness that we have. The red in us, we all know that red stands for blood, the closeness, the brotherhood, the sisterhood. So really, this is Uganda, and I'm proud to be a Ugandan.
Thank you for representing us so well. We look forward to hearing more from you in this session. May I invite our other co-panelist, Stephen Kagame. Stephen has been a member of Toastmasters in Uganda for a while. Last year, he had quite an adventurous trip at the TEACon event in Dar es Salaam. Stephen, would you like to share with us what club you belong to, what the Toastmasters journey has been, and more about your experience last year? Stephen Kagame.
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Sharon, for that experience you've just shared with us. I'm so excited and elated to be a part of today's discussion. Toastmasters. Whenever I think about Toastmasters, it gives me thrills. I feel adrenaline just trigger through my whole body because of how an experience it has been to me. I feel like it's now a part of my life that you can't define Kagame without Toastmasters. I am Kagame Stephen. I'm a very passionate speaker, very passionate. I speak to inspire. And because of Toastmasters, I have been able to define my path so clearly. I've been able to make the decisions that I've made in the years that I joined Toastmasters. 2022 was the beautiful year in which I was introduced to this wonderful organization. And surprisingly, it was during TCON, which was online. I joined Toastmasters through a friend who just told me, you know what, Toastmasters is that organization you'd want to be a part of because I can see you become a great speaker. And that for me was a trigger to join. And that's how I'm here today. Very excited. The journey has been so amazing. I am a member of Kampala Executive Toastmasters Club. And the one thing that I've learned about Toastmasters is you learn by doing. I threw myself at everything that came my way. I've taken on club officer roles, from being a secretary, a club secretary, to being a VPPR. And I'm looking forward to becoming president come the next transition. But surprisingly, having people like Beverly around, there's a gentleman that I love so much that said that we are able to see the far we are seeing because we are standing on shoulders of many giants. And I believe DTM Beverly has been that great giant that everyone wants to stand on. And Toastmasters is full of many people like her that you don't want to be a part of any other family except Toastmasters. So Beverly, I'm very excited. I'm putting on my Ugandan jersey, looking so clad in the colors that define our beautiful nation: the yellow, the black, the red. The yellow for me speaks so much about the diversity of our climate. Uganda is that country everyone gets into and they want to stay here for long because we have everything chiseled out. We have every kind of weather you'd want to be in. It's not disturbing. I mean, it changes every other time, and that's the beauty about Uganda. So the sunshine. Thank you so much.
If you continue, they may change the host country to Uganda. You have marketed it so well. Thank you so much, Ambassador Stephen. Thank you for showing your Uganda colors as well. I would like to show this stone, and I hope every viewer can see this. This stone was presented when I went to Mount Rwenzori. I hope that it is spotlighted for everyone to see. When I traveled to Mount Rwenzori in 2016, I took a 6-hour hike, and this was a stone that I picked. You're not allowed to pick anything. I didn't know that, but I said I must take part of Rwenzori with me. So this is typically Ugandan from Kasese. I would also like to share this book. If this book can be spotlighted on the video, I'd appreciate it. This book is called Kamalilo Kalawino. I come from Eastern Uganda, and as Bama Saba, every even year, we celebrate male circumcision. This is the picture that you see. Kamalilo Kalawino is the Luma Saba translation of Song of Lawino by renowned poet and author Okot Pabitek, our Ugandan literary icon. Amongst many other literary icons that we have, he's one of them. This is my typical Ugandan gift to the world, a copy of this translation in Luma Saba with a picture of Kadodi, which is the circumcision celebration. Why did I bring this? I brought this because Toastmasters East Africa Conference is a lot about celebration. We're celebrating ourselves as speakers. We celebrate the speech contests, the winners, every participant. We celebrate the new leaders that are elected or appointed. We celebrate this new venue. Last year, we had our East Africa annual conference in Dar es Salaam. This year, we're in Mombasa. When I joined Toastmasters in 2016, 6 months into my journey in June, I traveled to Nairobi for the same conference. We were not yet a district, but I participated in the speech contest, and I still have my certificate where I was a runner-up. It was mind-blowing, nerve-wracking, rather intimidating. But once you have participated in TCON, our Toastmasters East Africa Conference, your life never remains the same. Can you imagine entering into a threshold where there's just splendor and grandeur, How can you go back and erase that image from your mind? It's impossible. You cannot erase the enchanting experience that is Toastmasters, especially not the annual conference. My question to Zawede Sharon from UNOC is this. Your company has supported you in many ways. Last year, they supported you to go to Dar es Salaam for the conference. You also went for the international conference in Bahamas. Can you share with us some of the experiences, Sharon Zawede, some of those experiences you had from the Bahamas that you'd like to experience in Mombasa this year in May when we go for our annual conference? May Sharon please be highlighted because we want to hear those experiences that she had from the Bahamas to share with us today.
Thank you so much, Beverly. Yes, I'm happy and very grateful that at least UNOC was able to pay for us. We were actually 2 attendees from Uganda, me and my colleague Liz, Elizabeth. She's also a Toastmaster. Yeah, it was really a journey that I can say I'm proud of. Though it took like 3 days in travel and we reached when we were extremely tired, but this is a trip like you're really looking towards to, you're eager like to see, to learn, to feel. Like we had all these imaginations in our head, seated like around people who are very knowledgeable, people who are beyond us, people who come from different countries all over the world. Name it, USA, UK, everywhere. Like it was like a dream come true. And we were really very happy and grateful about UNOC paying for us. So I learned so many things. I can say Toastmasters is an open space for learning where we were offered so many workshops that we had a choice, like which one do you want to join? Like which workshop would you want to go to? Because they were offering various trainings to us, the Toastmasters members, and even the guests who had come just to see what Toastmasters is all about. So besides the communication part of it, which I learned, mostly about communication, I learned that it is very, very important to listen and to be attentive as people are communicating. You will see or you will notice that most times when we are communicating, we actually, we feel we should be, like when we are speaking, we feel like we should just be listened to or something. But then the listeners usually just hear what they want to hear. Toastmasters, mostly when we're in Bahamas, I learned that listening and being open-minded and watching how people deliver their speeches is very, very important. You learn so much. It is very fun, but it is something way beyond fun. You learn so much by just seeing how people communicate. You learn about their leadership skills. You learn how they do things. Like you learn so many things. So after the communication skill, I can say the leadership skill. That's where I got all the morale. Now I'm VIP membership for UNOC, but all the courage I got was from the Toastmasters conference that I attended in Bahamas, the convention. Yeah, like there's a way the morale boosts you and you feel, really, this is doable and it is fun. And besides that, Toastmasters, it's not just a usual conference. It is way beyond. If you are a student or a leader or a parent or anyone that is willing to go way beyond your roles and how the country or how the world sees you, Toastmasters is the way to go. It offers so much more than we know. What more can I say? Being in Toastmasters Bahamas, we represented Uganda very well. Our names were read. Our country was read. Even our own teams, like Wilson, were able to get. We received their gifts on their behalf. It was
Thank you.
It was something way beyond.
You are ambassadors. I feel the spirit of being an ambassador in you and Stephen. Thank you so much, Sharon. When you mention gifts, I wanted to send you a side chat and say, Sharon, wherever you go, remember a gift from me, because clearly you are an ambassador to the world for Toastmasters. Thank you so much for that spirit, and send greetings to our colleague and friend, Miss Liz Orishaba. Brené Brown is an author and a speaker, a thinker as well. She said that make sure you always belong to yourself. Do not betray yourself for others. And what she meant is that understand who you are, your identity so well, so that wherever you are, you export your best self to the world. So that as an individual, when you're in Toastmasters, your growth is such an individual experience, a journey that reaches its highest potential. And when it does, you're able to export that best, that most effective potential to the world. Stephen Kagame, you're an ambassador as well for Toastmasters. You're passionate about it. You said everything about you is Toastmasters. How do you share your individual identity within Toastmasters?
Thank you so much, Beverly. And thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing your story. Well, considering identity, which is a subject I love so much, I believe in authenticity. And the one thing that I found in Toastmasters was the ability to express yourself. It gives you that environment that allows you to be you without intimidation. You can speak vulnerable, you can speak broken, you can speak perfect. And that for me is a very big plus to an environment that is very convivial for you to grow. So Toastmasters for me has given me that platform to express myself. In fact, getting to know that I could speak more clearly and inspire persuasively, I had to firstly get into a Toastmasters meeting where you make a mistake and there's no one laughing at you, where you're all shaking and struggling to express yourself, and they're all giving you energy to actually go ahead. They're clapping, they're giving you that energy. For example, my first icebreaker about myself, I saw people stand up and I was like, wow. And in myself, I thought I hadn't delivered as much as I was supposed to deliver. But allowing yourself to evolve in such an environment for me speaks so much about the identity and the values of Toastmasters, where we talk of respect, where we talk of integrity, where we talk of excellence, where we talk of service. These are things that speak so much to my personality, and I feel like Toastmasters was that environment I needed to plug in. It's the one decision I never regret having made. And I believe with the different meetings that we have every other day, they allow me to evolve and become a better communicator, a better public speaker, and a better leader. So if there's anyone asking, what is it for me in Toastmasters, trust me, everything you need in Toastmasters is there, because everyone finds their feet when they plug into Toastmasters. So I believe for me, identity is really very key, and allowing people to be themselves in such an environment where there's diversity, different skill sets, different personalities, it allows them to become better. And that Toastmaster has given to me. Thank you, Beverly, and I believe this really expresses.
Thank you. How refreshing. That was deep and ponderous and refreshing. Stephen, when you speak about individuals and different personalities, we do know that engineer Jude Bender was supposed to be here with us on the show. Unfortunately, he lost a dear member of his family. I do know that as a speaker and leader, Toastmasters has raised him to various levels, and he was amongst the first Ugandans to pay for the early bird ticket for TEACon. It's only $100. Deadline is March 15th. What is TEACon? If you've just joined us, this is the Uganda team of Toastmasters representing those attending and marketing the Toastmasters East Africa annual conference this year that will be held in Mombasa. Do you want to know the theme? Wait for it. World of Opportunities, Reimagine the Future. There's nothing better than reflecting on what the world could be. There's nothing more powerful than reflecting on the opportunities, the limitlessness that is before us in the world. Many times we look out at what we don't have, But when we look inward, there are unlimited resources. There's an unlimited capacity within each of us that has been shared by Sharon and Stephen so beautifully. I am here, part of the Uganda team, to tell you, Ugandans, how many have paid for TEACon? Let us come in large numbers. And to the rest of East Africa, we look forward to meeting you in Mombasa in May. Early bird tickets are on for sale, $100. The deadline for this is 15th of March. Looking at the theme, World of Opportunities, Reimagine the Future. Sharon, a member of Uganda National Oil Company, when you reimagine the future, what do you want to reimagine? Let's just think about East Africa. What would you like to reimagine for East Africa, Sharon?
Yes, I'm imagining a one Africa. We usually say, okay, where I work from, we usually say one, you know. So today I'm going to say one Africa, where we all come together, we have the same beliefs, chasing the same dream, and going to the greater heights. Like I imagine Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, name it, Ethiopia, name it, us believing in one thing. It could be Toastmasters that is bringing us together, chasing one dream, but we are all getting the results that we want. And these results are beyond our personal growth and development. The growth is for our country. The growth is for benefits of all the countries. That is the kind of Africa that I really imagine. One Uganda, one Africa. Thank you, Beverly.
I want to live in that one, that Uganda and Africa that you reimagined. Thank you for sharing that so generously. Stephen, you are back. I want to know, given the theme for TEACon this year, World of Opportunities, Reimagine the Future, what future do you reimagine for East Africa?
Thank you so much, Beverly. Thank you, Sharon, for that experience you've shared. Oneness. Oh my God. East Africa, the one thing that I believe could come out so well for us is if we have one language and one speech. And I have seen that Toastmasters has bilingual clubs. That excited me so much because I didn't think it actually existed. To hear that there is a Toastmasters club offering an opportunity for someone to express themselves in Swahili. Oh my God. I heard of one where someone can give a table topics in Kiswahili. So for me, a world where you have one language and one speech and are able to express yourself would be a very beautiful world. And I believe what connects us in Toastmasters is our desire to become better communicators, to become better leaders. And that is the heart of what puts us together. When you have someone coming from China, when you have someone coming from the US and someone coming from France, and they're all coming to East Africa, and they embrace the fact that East Africa is defined by oneness. We are hospitable, we love people, and we have a language. For me, if Toastmasters is to help us reimagine the world, it's giving us an opportunity to express ourselves in the language we know best. And that is a world we all want to live in. I believe in that kind of world, and I reimagine East Africa having one language and one speech and walking in line, none moving into the rank of the other, but with one language and love that binds us. I'll be happy to see that happen in East Africa. Over to you, Beverly.
Your dream may come true. I believe that your dream is coming true, Stephen, because as East Africa District 114 of Toastmasters, you may know that we have extended our borders to invite Burundi and Djibouti to join the East Africa District. I believe South Sudan may be in the offing. And all of this is an extension of the one language that we speak, the one power and ambition that we have, the vision that we're driving towards. And that's powerful. As a district this year, our theme was communicate, connect, collaborate. As a poet, I like alliteration. I'll say that again. Communicate, connect, collaborate. And I believe this is an extension of the leadership lessons that we learn in Toastmasters when we interact with people who don't look like us, who don't live in our neighborhood, who come from various backgrounds, who work in different places, have different aspirations, and yet we come together under District 114, believing in this theme: communicate, connect, collaborate. Why is this theme important? Why can't we communicate and disconnect? Do the three have to come together? And after you communicate and connect, why the collaboration? Isn't it obvious? What does this mean to you, Sharon? This year's theme for our district: communicate, connect, collaborate.
Our theme of communicate, collaborate, and
communicate, connect, collaborate. Yes.
Yes. Communicate, connect, and then collaborate.
Collaborate. Yes.
I think the three actually move together, because if you're communicating to the direct people, or can I call it congregation, or if you're communicating to the right people who are ready to listen, definitely you are connecting with them. And this is what Toastmasters offer. This is what we get from being Toastmasters. We communicate, we connect with people, let it be at heart, let it be at professional level, let it be personal lives. We communicate, we connect, and then we collaborate. Collaborating, personally, I believe it is doing exactly what has been communicated, agreeing or agreeing on the same ideas and working on them as we have all agreed. So Toastmasters, for this TEACon, I think it's really, we are going to connect. It's going to be from the heart. I will be there, God willing. Thank you.
And we're going to be at the coast again. Who doesn't like a party by the ocean? Who doesn't like that? Oh my goodness, it's going to be brilliant. Such a thrill. I look forward to that. And not only that, but we know as East Africans, we always wind up our events, our contests, club socials with a celebration. Either we'll wine and dine together, we will choreograph a dance together, sing into the night, under the stars. Why is celebrating with food, wine, dancing, drinking so important? Because every event that I've attended in East Africa must be combined with a celebration. It's as if we culminate our hard work with this experience. Stephen, you enjoy celebrating. I know that last year you took an adventurous trip with Ugandans to Dar es Salaam. Why is it important for Ugandans to travel together in celebration for TEACon?
Thank you, Beverly. Being a travel fanatic and a person that loves connecting with people, and it's more like a personality of most Ugandans. We are not made up to do things in isolation. So I implore every Ugandan on the set and those that are watching us from all over the world that we are traveling to Mombasa, one, to communicate, to connect and collaborate. So you literally need to just make that decision to be a part of us, because we are going to have the best of an experience, connecting with our brothers from Kenya, from all over the world. We have people from Ethiopia. We have people coming from all over the world just to celebrate, to connect. And I feel Toastmasters has given us that opportunity. So every Ugandan that is planning to travel either by road or by air, let's do it in a group. Let's go have the most of the experiences that Mombasa will have to offer to us. And I believe there is so much in for you that you will realize when you get there, because you only tell a story of what you've experienced. And so I implore each and everyone that is planning, that is thinking about, going for the TEACon experience, trust me, you need to be there. There's nothing like an option of missing out. So I believe that it's important for us to travel together, because in that Ugandans get to connect more. We are built up to work together. We are built up to be together, and that's something that has defined us for a very long time. So Beverly, that is so much our nature, and I believe we can't run away from that. Let's meet, connect, and have the best of an experience with TEACon happening in Mombasa. Back to you.
Uganda to the world, Uganda to East Africa, Uganda to District 114, Uganda to TEACon 2024. Last year's guest in Dar es Salaam at the TEACon conference was the past district international director, Matt Kinsey, distinguished Toastmaster. And this is what he had to say about winning. If you have to cheat to win, you didn't win. We know that one of the highlights at every Toastmasters annual conference are the speech contests. Let's not lie, our hearts are palpitating, our minds are somewhere else, our focus is on the speakers, the contestants. Will our club member win? Will our country win? Who will hold that coveted trophy for the evaluation prize, for the humorous contest prize, table topics, international speech? It makes you want to gasp at how much our lives are so centered around this contest. It's because so much effort has been put in. Today, I was part of the Division D conference, which comprises 3 areas in Kenya. And I'll tell you the tension. I left after presenting my poem because the tension of wondering who won, it's unbearable. Watching the contests online provides almost the same anxiety as you're there physically. Now, each of us has committed to attend physically. What are we going to do when our Ugandan contestants take to the stage? That will be a moment. What is powerful about TEACon is at that point, it doesn't matter whose club they're from, whose area they're from. What matters is that they're representing your country. And then, as the prizes are given out, even if your country member does not win, you find yourself in jubilation at the winner because you know the arduous journey that they took. Going back to distinguished Toastmasters Matt Kinsey quoted, if you have to cheat to win, you didn't win. Sharon from UNOC, what does this mean to you in life? If you have to cheat to win, you didn't win. In life, what does this mean for you?
Thank you, Beverly. To me, if you have to cheat to win in life, you did not win. I agree with Matt. I agree with him 100% because seriously, winning has to come with hard work. It has to come with commitment, and it has to come with passion alone. So if you have to cheat to win, it means you have left out the passion part, you have missed out the commitment. Those nights that you spend working on it, let it be conveying humorous speech, let it be table topics. If I have to cheat to win, I'm really being very unfair to other people that I'm competing with, because they have put in their energy, they have practiced, they have done so much, really, and then I cheat to win. I have not won. I would be happy, maybe just for the smiles, for the camera, and for whatever. But deep inside, I will know I do not deserve that. I do not deserve the praises. I do not deserve the winning myself. So as a Toastmaster, as a Toastmaster member, I believe in being fair and being realistic and being just as I do my things in life, as I convey my speeches. I make sure that I do not cheat myself, because that is real cheating myself. Back to you.
It is. It is. Thank you. I like that you mentioned I did not win if I cheated. Many people who cheat do it for that selfish reason that the accolades return to them. But we know as leaders, the victory belongs to the team, to the people. Simon Sinek is an author and expert leader, and he said this. He said, build an infinite mindset. Leaders with an infinite mindset start from the people. Never lead with your title. I always say lead from your heart. Don't lead with your title. you are connecting with the head. Lead from your heart, connect with the people. Infinite mindset, you're here for the long game. That's what Simon Sinek says. You're not here for the short term. Who are you? This was my title in Toastmasters for this year. And what did you do with it? Next year, there'll be somebody else with that title. And the year after that, will your memory fizzle away because you were there for the title? No. Be remembered because your leadership resonated with the people because that's where you started from. Stephen Kagame, you've been a member for 2 years and you are aspiring for more leadership positions. What can you say about the leadership style that recognizes leadership starts from the people?
Thank you, Beverly, for that. I like the quote as well that resonates so much with my belief system. Now, I have noted, and I must quote that Maxwell, one of the people I learned from, he keeps mentioning the word being growth-oriented more than goal-oriented. And I feel like when you couple it together with what you've just said, it's important that when we are leading people, we consider adding value to them than just carrying the title and the position of a leader. So for me, Toastmasters has taught me servant leadership. And if I'm to mention what IPP Matt Kinsey mentioned during the previous TCON, he focused so much on servant leadership. And this is imbued in the values of Toastmasters: integrity, service, excellence, and you know, everything that comes with it. So I feel a great leader can only be great if they help other people get to the top. And that's the definition of Toastmasters. Toastmasters allows everyone to grow. You just need to plug into it and you will have someone hold your shoulder. It's an intentional journey, but you can't walk it alone. One man says that to go far, you can't go alone, but you'll have to go with someone. And that's the definition of Toastmasters. We define a journey that is not run on a solo mantra, but run on a supportive and communal basis. And that is what Toastmasters offers us. So as a leader in Toastmasters, I believe my exploring different positions is to allow me serve better, is to allow me get to connect with the people I'm serving, and also understand that service is of the heart and not just the position or the title. Back to you, Beverly, our host. Thank you so much.
I am so glad this is being live streamed so I can go back to the messages that you and Sharon have shared and apply them more to my life. Thank you so much for sharing, Stephen. You may have heard of this Luganda proverb, and I'll say it in English. Even a great dancer has to leave the stage at some point. However good you are at something, you have to give others a chance to display their talents too. Even a great dancer has to leave the stage at some point. As Ugandans, East Africans, Africans, people of the world, I know what happened. I know what happened. I was touching on a tough topic about leadership. I shall continue. It's a sensitive one. I would like to reiterate that we know the power of democracy, which Toastmasters explores in each one of us, that every title we are given is limited to a year or 2 years. You can only be in a position for a limited time. And because leadership is taught with every member of Toastmasters, there is no occasion where one person will hog up one position for their lifetime. They're in Toastmasters. And that's what I love about the democracy that we experience in Toastmasters. Sharon, I would like you to share with us, what does democracy mean for you? And in this Africa that you've imagined, how can we apply democratic principles in the institutions that we lead, in our families, and in the countries and continents as a whole?
Thank you, Beverly. You've been breaking, but I hope I got that question very well. Democracy, personally, I believe is power. Democracy is power for people, like people being free and people being free to do what they believe in, people being free to choose who they want to be in power, people being free to do whatever is legal to be done. Because if I say to do whatever they want, some people will assume illegal things are accepted. No, being free to do what you want to do. When it comes to leadership, I believe our leaders also should have a democracy to serve the people the way they should serve them according to the term that God has blessed them to serve. If it's 1 year, unless the people still want you to lead them, I believe you either lead them as they wish, or you let go and give other people a chance to grow. Toastmasters is a club. We have so many young people and also mature people among us who want to lead, and the young people who want to be mentored so that they can also take on the leadership. So if you're a leader who has been in your seat for so long, I think that is being mean. It is being selfish. Because as Toastmasters, we are free. It teaches us to be free. It teaches us not to be judged. So being a leader, we should also give a chance of democracy for other people to lead as well. I don't know if that was the answer you expected. The network was on and off, but back
Yes,
to
that's wonderful. Do you hear me well now, Sharon?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Your answer was right on spot. Democracy, we learn democratic principles in Toastmasters. We need to extend these in the institutions we represent, in our families, communities, countries, continent as a whole. Toastmasters to the world, leaders to the world. I watch a lot of influential speakers who are impactful positively. Many of them recommend Toastmasters. They say that if you are stuck in your public speaking journey, there's an organization that will support your effective communication. That organization is Toastmasters. I've heard that being recommended by wealthy influencers, those who inspire in leadership, those who train corporates. Toastmasters is highly recommended. Why is this so? Well, it's a lifelong journey, isn't it? You can step in, step out when you need to. I know that I have been taking a break from active service because I was so active, but you know why I stepped out? It's because I wanted to exploit the lessons I learned at the global stage, and it has worked. You should see me when I'm training young learners in public speaking. Even I don't recognize myself. I got those from Toastmasters. You should see me when I am emceeing before hundreds of corporates. They ask me, why are you confident? Why do you speak? And it resonates. Those are the skills I learned in Toastmasters. So when I stepped out of active service, it's because I said, let me be your global ambassador. And I believe I'm doing a good job. Thank you so much, Sharon. Stephen, Ugandans like dancing. We can dance and dance and dance. Even when the music stops, we shall dance to the music within us. How do we show the other East Africans that when the drum starts beating, that is the call for Ugandans to take to the stage? Please let them know. Uganda to the world.
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Beverly. I love it that you brought the dancing conversation on my end, because it's the one thing not many people define around my personality, but I do love it. There's a of me dancing with the team in Dar es Salaam in our previous TCON experience. Trust me, dancing is a part of my system, and I believe every Ugandan that has, probably lived in this nation, you find that we are so full of life. We always find ourselves where music is, where people are gathered, and that's the definition of events like TCON. You want to get there and express yourself. Going back to what my previous speaker shared in regard to democracy, I feel like democracy is the one thing that if we combine with our personalities, with our demeanor, with our skill sets and everything that define us, we get to express ourselves fully. And through dancing, like you said, that could be your trigger to become better, to express yourself, be more confident. And that's what Toastmasters offers us. So at events like TCON, Ugandans, let's go do it. They normally say tugende tuchikube. So that is what we need to do. Let's go do it. And that is what we're going to experience in Mombasa. So let's go do it. Let's go enjoy ourselves. Let's have every moment to its fullest, because dancing is part of everything that defines us. We are so full of life. We are hospitable. We are lovely people. We love to keep our smiles up there. I mean, who doesn't want to smile? Let's go to Mombasa and smile our way through. Back to you, Beverly.
Tuja, Tuja, we are coming. Tuja, that's what the poster said. Tuja, we are coming for you. That's amazing. The first time I took a train to Mombasa, I was serving as the public relations manager for East Africa. I met my other colleagues who were serving on the district committee with me, Rosie Rana, Distinguished Toastmaster, Harry Karanja, Gladys Muhunyo. We traveled by train together from Nairobi to Mombasa. That was my first trip. And it was fascinating having lunch on the train. It was almost like those trips you'd take in England on a train. It was highly professional, cost effective, organized. I was impressed. I think we've been so used to being let down by systems and transportation being run by huge corporates. This was a huge breath of fresh air. And I recommend anyone who's traveling by road, take your bus from Kampala to Nairobi, and then take the SGR from Nairobi to Mombasa. You are welcome. It's about a 4-hour journey, but when you've got friends and good food and partying and lovely conversation, the 4 hours will flee like 40 minutes. You won't even recognize. It's something I look forward to. Being part of a team that travels together, whether it's by air or by road, I look forward to being part of the team that travels together. We do know that some members will also experience TCON online. For some reason or another, not everyone can participate in this conference physically, and online has many advantages. Sharon, for the people who may participate in TCON online, how would you like to encourage them to be part of the celebration?
Thank you, Beverly. I would encourage the members that are going to attend online to participate fully, be attentive, don't miss out on anything, and be there. It is a virtual tool for you to be there without being at the exact venue. But believe me, you will enjoy. I saw how it happened when we were in Dar es Salaam, and the same time when we were in Bahamas. There was people who attended online, But trust me, the same way we're shouting, uploading, people were giving speeches, you would see the emojis, you would see how people shouting, virtual shouting from wherever they were watching. I'm encouraging all Ugandans who cannot come, who cannot make it to Tanzania, please do not miss, at least be online. It is worthy watching, it is worthy your time, and trust me, you'll get much more than you think. Back to you.
And like Stephen Kagame, there's so many members who joined Toastmasters when we were participating virtually for almost 2 years. So many members had the advantage of that online experience. Stephen, we have 5 minutes till the end of this wonderful, exhilarating hour. What will you have to say to participants who will participate online, and then give us a farewell as well?
Thank you so much, Beverly. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing your experiences. I didn't go to the Bahamas, but I feel by what you've just shared, it's the one thing I should be looking forward to. But hey, we have TEACon coming up in Mombasa, and having that experience of a virtual experience as well, and also those that will be there physically. I must say, having joined Toastmasters in a time when virtual was the language, I still had an experience of people giving speeches from their rooms, and cameras were flipping everywhere. People were confidently expressing themselves. And then there were judges in the different rooms doing their beat. So honestly, Toastmasters, this very year, the TEACon experience has not left anyone out. Those that feel like they will be constrained, they won't make it there physically, we have a virtual experience, and you have to plug in. And the only way you have to plug in is to just plug in. There is no other language. So plug in, let's connect for that experience. Yes. I don't want to miss out on the most beautiful speeches. So informative.
Thank you.
So exciting.
Thank you.
Happy to invite each and everyone to come and be a part of us in our coming Toastmasters TEACon experience. Back to you, Beverly.
I wanted to hear your note of farewell, but you've really ended well. If you are online, woo! Join us online. Sharon, do you have 2 words to tell us as a farewell? 2 or 3 words.
Thank you, Beverly. Countrywomen, fellow women, kindly come and take this opportunity to attend the Toastmasters. Trust me, your future you will be very proud that you took up this offer. Come, let us connect, communicate. Come, let us communicate, connect, and then collaborate. Thank you, Beverly.
Woo! Powerful. Thank you. It's been a pleasure hosting you. We've been here for an exhilarating hour. I thank the technical team, Kendi, Terence Were, our public relations manager, all of you who are here, all of you who will watch it. Toastmasters to the world. What did Lord Halifax say? He said the invisible thing called a good name is made up of the breadth of numbers that speak well of you. We will continue speaking well of our Toastmasters East Africa Conference, continue speaking well of how our lives have grown exponentially as speakers and leaders. My name is Beverly Namboza Nsengiyumva. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster. It may be obvious that I love to speak and connect with people. I feel like the day is just beginning. I'm so energized. Looking forward to seeing you all in Mombasa in May. Early bird tickets run up to the 15th of March, and it's only at $100. So let's continue spreading the good name. If you have lessons you have learned, resolutions you have made, the East Africa Conference is where you can export all of that, celebrate. Remember, we've extended to Burundi and Djibouti. This is about you. Communicate, connect, collaborate. And our theme for Toastmasters East Africa Conference this year, a world of opportunities. Reimagine the future. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Uganda to the world.
Thank you.
Wow.